Hello, this is TheBrainEnema here.
You could not have chosen a more ironic name.
My topic today is atheism or Christianity.
I assume you mean the topic for today is atheism and Christianity, not or. Because you're talking about Christianity and atheism, therefore you would say and, not or.
Atheist or Christian? Are you one of those?
Yes, actually, I claim to be a Christian.
Okay, this isn't going to be a nice video. I am sick and tired of hearing about atheists bitching about Christians.
Well, you know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing about Christians who whine, complain, and bitch about atheists. Most Christians I know like to slap the label on atheists, claiming they have no morality, they don't make rational decisions, they can't think for themselves. Probably the most common one, that all atheists are evil, vile, disgusting people without God.
Yeah, Christians preach. Christians have churches. Christians try to save you when you're at work or your job, for example.
And this actually becomes a problem, because if I go to work, the last thing I want is a religious person at my work trying to save me. There are certain places that Christians shouldn't have to preach, especially at jobs or the workplace. But if they don't find you at work, they'll find you at your house.
But whatever. How different are you, Archfiend, Undertaker, Ranting Ramsey, Amazing Atheist, for example, by promoting your sites to atheism and constantly making videos about being an atheist?
I take it you don't watch The Amazing Atheist too often, because if you would actually watch his video, you would know that the majority of his videos which actually discuss and talk about the topic of atheism are very rare. He doesn't make videos regularly on the topic of atheism, much less he doesn't even hardly talk about atheism as much as he did back in his older videos.
You're fucking preaching! I'm sick and tired of hearing it. Like, what makes you better than a Christian?
I would just like to point out, what makes Christians better than atheists? Because a lot of Christians I've interacted actually think that they're a lot smarter, more intelligent than atheists, or people who even have different beliefs than them. Most of my interactions with Christians on a day-to-day basis, the Christian is the person who thinks they are better than others. To be quite honest, I was one of those Christians when I first came to YouTube back in 2008. One of my very first videos on YouTube, on my original YouTube account, which no longer exists, known as Repsion, was on the topic of the cosmological argument, in which I presented to the Amazing Atheist. Not only did I think I was completely right, but I thought I was high and mighty in presenting this philosophical argument for the existence of God.
Like, you're preaching your own religion, which is called atheism. You believe in science. But you're pushing that down my fucking throat, and I don't want to hear it.
If you don't want to hear it, don't watch the video. Does it take that much thinking for you to think in your brain? But depending on where it's located, I would imagine it wouldn't require much thinking. But I noticed you use the word force, as in atheists are forcing down their throat. It is true that some atheists do have that mentality of wanting to force their atheism on people. But a lot of the atheists I interact with on YouTube aren't like that at all. In fact, I get along with them great and have very interesting discussions. Most of my friends on YouTube are atheists. But it is ironic that you use the word force, because I have, in my own experience and my own witnessing at church and all those, I used to be one of those big heavy churchgoers, it is the Christian who forces his beliefs and his religion on people, because their whole job is to share the gospel, in other words, preaching, and to get out and share the good news. This involves, to an extent, going out and preaching. But many of those people who preach like to force their religion, their beliefs, their opinion on me, even though I'm a Christian, and atheists and all these other types of people. It's not just atheists, although there's very few atheists I know who do this. It is more predominant in the Christian religion. You have no idea when I was going to my Green River Community College in Auburn, Washington, how many Christians I interacted with who walked basically their walking Bible with their Bible in hand, and if they saw someone who was gay or something, they'd condemn them and say that the Bible says this, this, and this, you're going to hell if you don't convert from your sinful ways, you're going to burn in eternal torment. Come to Christ, come to Jesus. I'd say that's a little bit forceful, don't you?
Just the same as you don't want to hear anything that comes from a Christian standpoint. What is the difference? Atheism or Christianity? I don't want to hear either side. So stop jamming it down my fucking throat.
If you don't want to hear either side, why are you only talking about atheism in this video? It's almost like you're promoting Christianity in a way because you're bashing atheists, but yet you're not bashing Christians who do the exact same thing. Contradiction much?
It's preaching. And, okay, I gotta say something about the Amazing Atheist. Your name is Amazing Atheist? Geez, that's just simply amazing.
Is it not adorable when stupid people don't know that they're being stupid? I mean, good grief, how did you even conjure up enough brain power to even make a YouTube account is beyond me.
As an amazing ass, you're just using your name to get subs from other atheists that will support you because you're an atheist. I might as well start a channel saying, Jesus Christ is my God. Whoa, I wonder how many subs I would get.
Probably 69.
Probably quite a few because of the name. Whether it's my belief or it's not my belief. But you're using your name to get subs and to get ahead of everyone. It's pretty obvious. And shut your fucking mouth and stop fucking preaching.
Let's open the Bible. 2 Timothy 2:12. I do not permit a woman to teach or have authority over man. She must be quiet.
Atheism, your belief, and you mentioning it all the time, you people, is preaching just the same it is as if a Christian preaches about God. There's nothing different. So everyone think about that because like I'm sick and tired of it. You guys are no different than one another.
So you admit that Christianity is in fact based off of preaching. So you tell your opposition, which is the Amazing Atheist, not to preach, but then you make a video promoting in a way Christianity, telling your opposition not to make videos on atheism. Do you not see a problem here?
Keep it off YouTube. Please, keep it the fuck off YouTube.
Excuse me, madam, but there's such a thing as called freedom of speech. If I want to make a video sharing my viewpoint, I can do it. And you or nobody else is going to stop me. I'm Daniel Sulzbach, also known as Mr. Repzion. Peace the rep out.